Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to everyone here, depending on where you are in the world. I hope today finds you and your loved ones safe and well. My name is Trish Donahue, and I'm an ASEA Silver Executive from the beautiful Blue Mountains, Australia. In today's webinar, we will explore the possibilities that ASEA as a company represents, the breakthrough and the opportunity. And to do this, I would like to introduce to you Stevie Aquilina. He's been his own independent master since the tender age of 15. He has a wealth of experience in life and business. 6 years ago, they made the best decision ever. They started their ASEA business, and today Stevie and Sarah live in the beautiful Queensland in Australia, sunny Queensland, with their 4 beautiful boys. They run their business and work from home whilst also homeschooling their children, which is a big thing. And in this new era of social distancing, now they're high-profile ASEA leaders and very passionate about ASEA's mission to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. Yay! So with that, no further ado, I would like to welcome Stevie Aquilina.
Thank you so very much, Trish. It's good to have you here. We miss Maria, but it's very lovely having you here. And yeah, nice to be chatting to someone from New South Wales since I've moved up here to the Gold Coast now. Kind of miss the good old Sydney and the Blue Mountains. So yeah, appreciate you being here and yeah, thank you for your kind efforts today. And
no problem, I love it.
Awesome, appreciate it. And everybody here, thank you very much, so much for your time. It's nice to see you all here. Welcome. I see Tim has asked, what is an independent master? Well, I'll tell you in just a couple of minutes. It means that I've been out on my own since about the age of 15, actually. But we'll jump into that. Look, time is very valuable because it's non-refundable. So I find it far more valuable than money. I intend not to waste your time. I intend to give you a gift, if I may. That's completely up to you. So sit back and relax. I'm not going to try and convince you or press you or push you into doing anything. I'm going to present you with some information that was handed to me just over 6.5 years ago now. And from the moment it was handed to me, it's been high priority for me to bring it to everybody's attention. The level of importance of this information is incredibly high because the level of impact that it's having in people's lives is significantly deep. We're seeing people's lives change, bettered, and given back to them in very significant ways. And so when I first learned about it, there were some people in my life who were very significant to me who were having very concerning health issues, life-concerning health issues. And so it was very important for me to get this information to them. And once you see this information and gain an understanding of how the enormity of it, you might also find it enormously important to get it to those who are significant in your life too. At the very least, I hope that I can help you and bring some value to in at least one way or another in some shape or form. So again, thank you very much for joining me. Let me share my screen here and we'll jump into what it is that we're talking about here. So as Trish so kindly said, my name is Stevie Aquilina, and in case you couldn't tell by that introduction or my Crocodile Dundee accent by now, my family and I live in Australia. We're originally from Sydney, but now we live on the Gold Coast, and that was really a dream come true when we could make that happen. We are literally minutes from beautiful beaches and mountains, rainforests, coastal cities, theme parks. We love it. I'm very grateful for it and for the life, income, time and freedom that has allowed us to enjoy a very great lifestyle together as a family. It's also taken us to many parts of the world that once upon a time way too far out of our reach, to be honest, because the good vibes and good times have not always been the case. I was a very difficult, awkward and weird, as you can see, child. To parent in school. I never made the grades in school. I was often told that I was stupid and useless on a daily basis, in fact. And I kind of figured out along the way when you're told something often enough, especially while you're young and impressionable enough, right? You kind of start to believe it. And so I later became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout. And I never went back home, never lived at home from the age of 15. And with that kind of thinking that I had back then, I really just walked myself way off track on life's journey throughout my teens and 20s. The PG version is that I had more than 20 different jobs in far less that time for over a decade. I was very dumb, but very good looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney. So King's Cross, which is a very notorious area of Sydney once upon a time for those who know Sydney. I was a daydreamer, but I certainly was not a daydream believer. I really, really, really wanted to be, do, and have more. Most of all, though, I wanted to give more. I wanted to be doing something more significant, but I had little self-esteem, little sense of self-worth, little self-confidence. And so I'd done little with my life and kind of had little to give from that. Now, physically, I've always been athletic, mainly in martial arts, even right now. Back then, you wouldn't have known it, but I had health troubles. An autoimmune, inflammatory, severe skin, respiratory, and gut diseases. I mean, the list goes on. I had lots of bad injuries from very old school and hardcore martial arts. Financially, got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs. I had hopes going nowhere, no prospects, no financial security, no financial dignity. Now I'm going to share with you just how embarrassingly, and I mean embarrassed, I'm very embarrassed by it, broke I have been, embarrassingly broke, so much so that I've had the phone, electricity, and gas cut off. I've not been able to run my car on anything more than just the fumes of petrol. I've not been able to make the rent. I've been evicted. I mean, no financial dignity. Now, I always believed in possibilities, but I doubted my potential. And so with that contradiction, it led to confusion, uncertainty, unfulfillment, unhappiness, frustration. I mean, I just really wasn't able to be who I wanted to be. I felt trapped. Now, things started turning around for me at a very significant moment in my life. I met the girl of my dreams. And right then and there, I was motivated more than ever before to become more. She believed in me, told me that I was more. Her and her family really helped to get me out of, really bad situations that I was putting myself in, really. And I figured out once again, when you're told something often enough, you kind of start to believe it. So forever grateful to my beautiful wife. Second, I was introduced to this company's life-changing breakthrough opportunity and training. Now, the company leaders are extremely successful people, but they believed in me too. More importantly, they taught me how to believe and become more. So today, instead of having health problems, I've solved them, and I have the honor of helping others to solve them too with this life-changing breakthrough. And instead of being embarrassingly broke, no financial dignity, financial insecurity, I now have security and dignity because of this life-changing opportunity. And instead of being trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, frustrated, I now have more with the ability to believe and become more, because this company this training has shown me a life-changing better way. So now I have the power to give more to, and that's exactly what I want to do. I want to spend the rest of my life doing nothing less than bettering people's lives in at least any one of these life-changing ways too that have been gifted to me. So what I'm going to share with you first is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. This is the life-changing breakthrough that I mentioned. Now, medical experts say this is a very big breakthrough, greater than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin, which were huge breakthroughs, but this goes even deeper than that, they say. Now, for 2 decades, science had declared that this was impossible, what you're about to learn about. However, it is now known that this is a breakthrough with enormous potential, proven by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory medical studies. This is a very advanced breakthrough, considered to be 15 years ahead of its time. And any health goals, challenges, problems, concerns you can think of, remarkable results. But drug companies wanted it shut down. More about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's be clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. What we'll be talking about goes well beyond anything I'm showing on the screen right now. It goes well beyond any type of drugs or nutrition. It goes well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you already know about. Because what I'm about to show you is an entirely new frontier in science. It's truly groundbreaking. It's category creating and is a real deal healthcare breakthrough and a breakthrough for humanity. Now, this is the ASEA Redox cell signaling technology, called ASEA. It is a drink that contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Redox signaling molecules are made by your cells. So they're in you, they're native to your body, and they are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell signaling, your cell-to-cell communication, And I mean everything all the way down to your genetic expressions in a positive way. Redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself. Let me give you some examples. Redox signaling molecules tell your cells how to protect healthy cells, how to repair unhealthy cells, and how to replace damaged cells. Redox signaling molecules also activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Look, the bottom line is this: redox signaling is what keeps cells functioning and healing at optimal levels. Why is this also important? Because we are all made of cells. We live and die at the cellular level. Healthy balances of redox molecules allow our cells to be healthy. That allows our body to be healthy, and that allows us to live a healthy life. Redox signaling molecules are the keys to life. They are essential for the activation and function of our normal physiology. All of our body's major systems, biochemical and physiological processes, all of it critically depends on redox signaling. Critically. Because if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more mere seconds. You can live longer without food. You can live longer without water. But without redox signaling molecules, life ends. So if our bodies already make redox signaling molecules, why do we need to give our bodies more? Well, when we're born, we make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy, how they can run around all day, not wake up, saw the next one, do it all over again, and how they can bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness. However, as we age, along with stress, poor diet, toxins, and lots of other environmental assaults, our cells break down. And then our cells' ability to make redox signaling molecules declines daily. And without as many of these redox signaling molecules giving clear cell signals and instructions within those signals, then a whole cellular protection and healing process that we've just discussed becomes slow. Our cells break down more and more. They produce even fewer redox signaling molecules and break down more and more. And it's a vicious cycle that leads ultimately to a breakdown in our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. ASEA takes science seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, allowing these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling supplements, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of the ASEA redox products and certifying them as safe and effective in everybody. Now, ASEA is within a very real and very significant space of science because redox is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of a redox molecule, there have now since been multiple redox molecules discovered, with multiple Nobel Prizes being awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published in the National Library of Medicine, if you typed in redox signaling in the search bar there, you would see well over 33,000 results. Now, there are also more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling. We're in a very real space of science here, folks, very real. But this slide will already be out of date, by the way, because there are around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. So according to medical researchers, and as reported in mainstream media like the Huffington Post, who specifically wrote about ASEA in this article, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. There are now multiple universities who've received tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences, congresses being held about redox. Medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And as for ASEA around all of this, we're already light years ahead of everything else. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits. That translates to health at its most foundational level. Here's just one example. Excuse me. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of your genetic pathways and affect your genes that improves your immune system health. that helps maintain a healthy inflammatory response, that help maintains your cardiovascular health, your heart health, and support your arterial elasticity, that improves your gut health and digestive enzyme production, and that modulates your hormone balances to support vitality and wellness. Now, these genes are key in the health of every individual. They play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways that we just don't have time to mention here. Moreover, from this, ASEA Redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. Now, the head professor of this university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. This is significant because all degenerative health concerns are caused by oxidative stress. Now, from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is also proven to be 100% safe, 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. They're already in you. Your body already makes them. It's just that now your body can't make as much of them as it used to be able to when it was younger and healthier. So if you have health challenges, if you have people that you care about who do, if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel young once again, if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, if you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, better in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, or you just want to be able to be better in your every day-to-day life, right? Any health goal you can think of. Redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. Now, you don't need to take my word for it because I'm going to play a short video with some medical doctors in it so you can listen to what they have to say.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
So now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, I'd like to show you what's possible from the outside in, and that's made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology, which are Renew 28 Redox Gel and our intensive Redox serum. Now, these Redox topical technologies are supported and enhanced by their complementary and all natural ingredients products, our gentle refining cleanser and our ultra replenishing moisturizer. But a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's just show you what our ASEA Redox technologies are worth with these amazing health, anti-aging and age reversing results in these pictures. So lines and wrinkles are smoothed out. Elasticity comes back to the skin. Skin blemishes, spots, dots and marks, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, other signs of poor health to the skin being renewed. Even the aftermath, even for young people too, being rejuvenated, improving the quality of life. And now let me show you even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions coming back to the proper surface of the skin. This is Rosie. The dramatic difference that you're seeing in the first two pictures here on the left could not be seen by Rosie because she didn't take those pictures. She didn't take any pictures. And actually, Rosie believed that the products were not working at all. Now, when Rosie went to see her doctor, that's who told her about ASEA and who took these pictures. And when Rosie told that doctor that the products didn't work, the doctor showed these pictures to Rosie. I guess the rest of the story can be seen here, right? Everybody says they want to see how ASEA goes, but Rosie missed the moment by moment changes by not taking pictures. So please take pictures. That's how you're going to see how this goes. And for anything you can't take a picture of, keep a written record instead. How long does it take to notice results? Many people notice results in a reasonable amount of time, 7 weeks, like Rosie. Others, it could be within 7 days. Others, it could be within 7 minutes. However, some people need to apply more product, time, and patience. Generally, when there's more going on with their health. Now, what we know scientifically is that redox signaling molecules are all the same. They're the same in you, me, animals, and plants, all the same. Studies show that ASEA Redox products have an immediate positive effect. They work in every single person, every single time. It would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you and or hurt you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. This doctor, speaking of noticing the change, decided to do a little experiment of his own on his very own face and used Renew 28 on only half of his face and not the other. Renew 28 is not just for your face, as you can see here, arms, hands, bellies, buttocks, thighs, and all over. You can use Renew 28. Now, these pictures are actually from a study by a world-leading laboratory. This study was done because there were many reports coming in from all over the world from people saying their cellulite had disappeared while they were using Renew 28. So scientists set upon double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials to see, was there any truth to these stories? What they found was after just 12 weeks, there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And when the scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover how this was happening, they saw the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. So Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, not just for visibly younger looking skin, but actual healthier skin. Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as shaving or sun exposure and the like. But Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It helps soothe discomfort around the body. And you can know about it in about 10 minutes if you have something around your body that's sore, that's hurting you. Rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the maximum soreness. Excuse me. Apply Renew 28 on that sore spot 3 times within 5 minutes, and usually every 9 to 10 out of every 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of discomfort within approximately 10 minutes. Now, nothing I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through, and ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Now, it is a historical fact and a universal truth that with every great breakthrough has come great opportunity. And ASEA is a life-changing breakthrough. And that's created a life-changing financial opportunity behind all of this to make a living while bettering people's lives. Now, ASEA's Redox products are the world's first and only redox signaling supplements for 2 very simple reasons. One, for nearly 3 decades now, no one other than the medical scientists who've worked with ASEA have been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. In fact, for the 2 decades before ASEA's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was all impossible. Now, ASEA Redox products are also certified, Redox certified, meaning they have nothing in them other than Redox, by Bioagilytics, which is a very large scientific organization that monitors, assess, and certifies some of the biggest, or most of the biggest, pharmaceutical medical products in the world. And they put their stamp of approval on every bottle of ASEA Redox products. Now, 2, ASEA is heavily patented. But not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, ASEA simply can't be copied, because there's no way for somebody to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how to reverse engineer it, how to make it themselves, because there are no secrets in the bottle, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA, not in the bottle. So it can't be copied. That means we have no copycats. That means we have no competition. That means no one in the world has what ASEA has, no one. And that means no other products in the world can do what ASEA does, none of them, because none of them have redox signaling molecules in it. No other products can make the claims that ASEA can. No juice, pill, super shake, fancy water, CBD oil, whatever it might be, it's not redox signaling molecules. And because redox works in everybody, and because everybody needs redox, and because nothing in the body works as well, or it's all in fact without redox, no matter how good the juice, pill, super shake, fancy water, it doesn't work without redox in the body. And because redox can't hurt anybody, ASEA holds massive opportunities over and above everything else in the market and across all health science sectors. We're talking about one breakthrough that has taken over $3 trillion healthcare industries, healthcare and wellness, sports science, athletic performance, beauty, skincare, aging, longevity. That covers just about all of it in health. And ASEA is the only product in the world that the world can get a redox supplement from. And so for this reason and many more, this is an entrepreneur's dream. Our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We can't do that on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word. Now that happens in a very uncomplicated way. It's very simple what we do. First, we personally share ASEA with others. Second, we grow and expand a global network of others who also want to do the same. That won't be everybody, but it can be anybody. And then third to that, you're in business for yourself. You can be your own boss, but you'll never be in business by yourself, because together we work to improve the productivity of the networks that we build regionally, nationally, and internationally. So in this way, it's kind of like a franchise business, only on a global scale. But instead of building restaurants and burgers like, let's say, McDonald's does, instead of building buildings, here at ASEA, we build people. And as for the products, we don't need to make, ship, or handle them ourselves. The company does all of that for you. And so in this way, you can make an income like a franchise, in fact, way more than that, globally, and without, however, all of the expenses, risk, and stress. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn money just by sharing Redox with others. So if you're looking for an extra, part-time, full-time, big time, or even a legacy leaving income for loved ones to come, for people who have dreams of a better life, income, lifestyle, there are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions, to be able to afford making your goals, dreams, and desires a reality. ASEA helps you create income that is both residual and leveraged. So you receive a residual income from the first and all of the repeated purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA. On top, you also receive unlimited leveraged residual income from all of the repeated purchases made by every single person your contacts and others refer. And because you can tell as many people as you like, and because those people can tell as many people as they like, and because people can buy as much product as they like, and because you get paid for every single person who purchases every single time they do, even if it's the same person purchasing over and over and over again, it makes the residual income potential with ASEA unlimited. Now, we do this type of marketing all the time. You recommend, just like when we recommend good movies, TV series, restaurants, cafe, books. People tell people who then tell even more people. And then it goes on and on. Word of mouth is the oldest and still today #1 most powerful, effective, trusted, and most listened to form of marketing in the world. Nothing has ever beaten it. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is today. Word spreads worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries. We've opened up new markets almost every single year. We've been in business for over 10 years now. We're profitable from year one, zero debt from year one. We've carried profitability and zero debt right through to today. We've never taken a backwards step, even in the face of everything that's happened in the last year and a half. We've always increased in profitability. Based on all of our existing trends, the annual turnover of ASEA is projected to exceed more than $500 million by the year 2025, so in under 5 years now. Residual income, it's impressive, but more so it's important. I learnt this. One day I realized I have residual bills, why not have a residual income? But even more interesting than this was how concerning it got when I figured out how many people in the world are learning about residual income and what are the effects of not learning about residual income. Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? Out of every 100 people, only 1 is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. These 4 have probably figured out residual income more likely. 7 out of every 100 must still work to survive at 65, and they're not working because they want to. That's different. They're working because they have to. They are a slave for the dollar. But this is where it gets really concerning. 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. And so I asked myself, what's going wrong? And it was going wrong for me. And I thought, well, I'm probably most likely learning from people who are not on a good retirement plan, not on a good financial plan, probably on a financial failing plan. And so I asked myself, what is one of the main financial principles the top 4% seem to figure out that the other 81% of us don't? And this is what I found. Residual income. It's how to make money that is no longer dependent on my paid by the hour, selling my precious time for money, labor intensive or own activity job. And this was very, very concerning for me because I thought, well, sooner or later, I won't be able to be as active as I am right now. And therefore I won't be able to have as much active income as I have right now. It was very concerning for me because at the time I was thinking my active income already isn't enough as it is to take care of my family. And I learned that this is a very big problem that 81% of people get trapped in. And I was determined not to be one of them and to help as many other people break free from this trap as well. Because money is an excellent servant. You can do a lot of good with it, but it's a terrible master if you're controlled by it. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will be a slave for money until you take the long sleep, until you die. Now, I'm not saying jobs are bad. They're a good place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, keep it. You're blessed. But still, I encourage you, find a way to make money outside of your job that won't interfere with what you're currently doing. because only relying on a single source of active income is not smart and dangerous to your financial security. And ASEA is a great opportunity, one of the best opportunities I've seen, the best opportunity I've seen in my own humble opinion, to make a residual income. So for people who are smart, who've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, are able to recognize a good thing, who decide to take control of their finances, their freedom, their security, their future, their destiny, for people who aren't happy with the amount of money that they have or how they have to make it, for people who have dreams and want a better life, we're looking for you to help you become part of this ASEA opportunity. It is a significant opportunity to be paid a significant residual income from the inevitable growth of its global expansion, to afford you those dreams and give you that real freedom. But here's the best part in my book. There's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. And that's what you get to do with ASEA. And it's who we become, and it's what we do. That is the biggest reward over and above any riches it will make us. Now, you can make really great money here, that's for sure. And you can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world, have a really great time, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences and a great lifestyle. But really, at the end of the day, it is the effect we have on others. That is one of the most valuable currencies there is. And that is the heart of ASEA. Now, the truth is, after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars in 17 years worth of powerful research and studies proving ASEA, those big drug companies offered to pay ASEA huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to their ASEA Redox technology. However, the drug companies wanted ASEA to shut down and to take everybody off the Redox. But thankfully, the founders of ASEA, Virtus and his son Tyler Norton, they had the great foresight to see very grave concerns and consequences in such a deal, because Virtus and Tyler saw people who went from very severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless, to then these people experiencing life-changing power with Redox. And when Virtus and Tyler got to see this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose and responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so Virtus and Tyler felt in good conscience they couldn't sell out. And so that's why they didn't. They said no to the payout and yes to the people. You see, for Virtus and Tyler, what had once started out as just a very big business play had now become more. The ASEA founders, they turned down the huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route, to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone without a prescription. Now, one of ASEA's foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is perpetually demonstrated in every decision they make, and that is to always put people and principles before ego and economics. Now, the ASEA founders and their corporate team come from very big backgrounds, up to Fortune 500, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They're exceptionally experienced in running very big, global, profitable businesses, but their corporate soul revolves around putting people first, having an impact, making a difference, helping others to believe, belong, and become more, to be a force for good in the world. So you're in very good hands. Get back with the person who shared this with you. Let them know what stood out to you the most. If you have any questions, just ask them. They can point you to where you can find the answers easily. There's plenty of proof, plenty of university studies, but most importantly, there's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing Redox experiences for you to actually see ASEA is the real deal. So if you want to be happier, healthier, live younger, stronger, longer, you may just want to become an ASEA customer. However, if you have more in your heart than that, if you have dreams and desires, if you want to be, do, have, and able to give more, if you want to help people be happier and healthier, if you want a better life, income, lifestyle, if you want to help others with the same, if you want to increase the prosperity of the planet, if you want to make more of a difference in the world, you can become part of this Redox reality, and you can become more. And if you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, you can better the lives of many, many others. And as a byproduct of that, your life will become better in many, many ways. So thank you very much for spending this time with me. May you always be happy. May you always be well. And thank you very much, Trish, for being with us today and looking after me.
Thanks, Stevie. Thanks for such a great presentation. You're always great to watch. I really enjoy watching you. And thanks for taking the time out of your Saturday and for sharing your story and life journey, which is so interesting. We really appreciate you explaining and exploring the most amazing health science and anti-aging breakthrough in the world. To everyone else on the call, I say thanks for taking the time out of your Friday night or Saturday morning to listen and learn about this amazing technology. And for more information, as Stevie said, please connect with the person who thought of you and invited you to this presentation. And Stevie, would you be able to put the recording or let us know where the recording would be of this presentation so we can get that? And I found something on Stevie's Facebook page that I thought I'd share, and that is one of the biggest lessons I've learned is you can focus on the reasons why you must make your dreams come true, or you can focus on the excuses why it couldn't be done. What do you want more, your dreams or your excuses? You decide. That's awesome, and I love that, and I've decided, and I love the product and I love sharing it. And thank you, Asiya, and thank you, Stevie. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Trish. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, bye.